I sit and wait. Does an angel contemplate my fate? And do they know the places where we go when we're gray and old? 'Cause I've been told that salvation lets their wings unfold. So when I'm lying in my bed, thoughts running through my head, and I feel that love is dead, I'm loving angels instead. And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. And down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead. When I'm feeling weak and my pain walks down a one-way street, I look above and I know I'll always be blessed with love. And as the feeling grows, she breathes flesh to my bones. And when love is dead, I'm loving angels instead. And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. And down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead. And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. And down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead.
Hello and welcome to this first lesson where we're going to talk about playing and understanding Angels by Robbie Williams. This song is in the key of E. It does have a modal interchange which we'll get to in a bit. It's very interesting composition. Let's start with looking at example 1 of the verse so we can just get going basically. So we're starting with the chord E here, and we got a sus4 that adds some flavor to it. So first example is plus the sus4 there. And then we go to chord 4, which is A. Major 7 there to chord 5, which is a B. Instead of going there, we go here. It's a G shape, because we want to add this little thing, which is taken from the album. And then back to E in a C shape. And now the sus4 is here. There. So it's just to create some variation. Then when we go to the 4 chord, we use an add 9, playing it here. So we have the 3rd there, add 9's there. And when we turn that into a major 7, it actually becomes a major 9. So the 7 is there, the 9 is there. And then B. And now we play it as an A shape. Okay, so let's go over that and play it slowly, even though, I mean, it is slow, this song anyway. I've taken this at, I put this at 73 BPM. The original is 74 or 75 even, I think. It's listed everywhere 74, but when I put it in my DAW, it clocks up at 75. I did 73 because I felt that tiny bit slower was better suited to just one guitar. So from the top there, E, sus4, A, major 7, B, chord 5, C shape D, sus4, add 9 in kind of like an E shape with open strings, major 9, chord 5 in an A shape. Right, and then we go to chord 2, F sharp minor 7, chord 4, A, chord 6, and then to chord 4 again. So add 9 first there, and then A, and then round and round we go. Okay? Could it be something else? Let's think about that for a bit. Could it be not in the key of E? Could this A major 7 be another chord? Well, if you look at, if you search for Angels sheet music, or you buy it or whatever, it'll say it's in the key of E. You have 4 sharps. And it says actually C sharp minor over A instead of A major 7. So let's take a look at that. That's an A. Yeah. The C sharp minor is here. So if we do C sharp minor over A, we can see that that's actually the same thing as an A major 7. And because it's over A, why call it a C sharp minor over A? Why not just call it an A major 7? And then here, when I've made that variation here from add 9, including the major 7 there, we get an A major 9. We're gonna call that some kind of C sharp minor. It's just easier, I felt, to call it, stay with calling it an A. But what other key could it be? Could it be key of A? That would mean that E is chord 5, and then we go to chord 1 then, supposedly. And then this B here would be chord 2, but major. So that would be a change, right? So that's the chord that says to us that it's got to be key of E. Back to E, so that's 5 then if we're in A. B chord 2X. F sharp minor will be chord 6 then if we're in A. Back to 1, and then that will be chord 3. And then here, that's sus2, a 9 on the C sharp minor. But if that's chord 3, that's Phrygian. So that would have changed as well. So there are 2 points here that tells us that this must be in the key of E major. I'll play you this to a click. Here we go. Okay, let's move on and look at example 2.